So, in my long and storied YouTube career of pretty much exactly one single year, I've made a lot of ranking videos, partially because they get good views, and also partially because I just really like ranking things and making lists. I'm kind of addicted to it at this point. But throughout all these ranking videos, most of which are about Arknights, I sat down and thought to myself the other day, I was like, wait, I've never actually done a video where I just ranked my favorite Arknights characters. I'm going to make this video my grand magnum opus, my most positive ranking video yet, where I rank my top 10 favorite Arknights characters. Number 10, Ray. With Ray, I don't really have anything I can possibly say that I don't like about her. She's adorable, I love her, I want to pinch her little floppy ears, and I honestly really loved her story. To the Grinning Valley was a really interesting and thought-provoking event to me. Ray is also just a really interesting character. The way she sort of views other people and is a little bit confused about what it means to have an interpersonal relationship, and also just kind of how introverted she is. I also really like her backstory. It's kind of disturbing when you think about it, but in a very subtle way. She was sent to the mines when she was like 8 years old and has been doing this work her entire life, pretty much just okay with it because she doesn't know what else there is. She doesn't know if she can have any other future, to the point where she starts hallucinating gods in the desert, hoping that she can find some way out of this hell she's trapped in, without even having the emotional awareness to realize how upset she is with her own situation. And I just think that's so interesting. Number 9, Dorothy. I love the trope in literature of right idea, wrong execution, or having good intentions that lead to atrocious actions. And Dorothy is probably the best example of that trope I can think of in Arknights. Her trauma is very subtle. It's not as in your face as some other Arknights characters' traumatic backstories are, but it is there, and it is really interesting the way she handles it by sort of maintaining this happy personality that's not entirely fake, but also not entirely authentic to who she really is. There's something so menacing about someone who firmly believes they are in the right and is willing to do anything for what they think is right, even at the cost of other people. That is so chilling, especially when it's packaged with such a cute face and a sweet personality like Dorothy has. And it's just, it's amazing. Number 8, Ebenholz. Is Ebenholz just on this list because I have a soft spot for tragic gay twinks? Yes, he is, okay? But this is my subjective, personal tier list, and in my personal tier list, Ebenholz is the GOAT, okay? Ebenholz's story is so deliciously sad. The fact that Creed is going to die, like, you know that no good thing is going to happen to Ebenholz. I could predict to you from the start, this isn't gonna last, the Witch King's gonna come out and make a scene, Creed is gonna die, but still, when it happened, I still felt it. And I don't know if that's because Arknights is just that good or what, or if I'm just a sucker who falls for every single tragic gay love story in a 10-mile radius. But I really like Ebenholz. I love his sassy personality, his silly little outfit, his silly little quips, the silly little comic where he starts listening to heavy metal music to get the Witch King to stop listening to him. And I'm ready for Ebenholz altar. So, Hypergriff, if you're listening, just letting you know. Make it happen. Number 7, Lappland. Yeah, Lappland's pretty great. She's insane. She's fucking insane. There is not a single screw left in that head of hers. And I love it. I love how crazy and unhinged and fun she is. Lappland is just a straight up nuclear grenade. She's a fucking fireball. She's doing crazy shit, but you don't know what she's gonna do next or why she's doing it or what's going on with her, and you're just like, here for the ride. Every time Lappland is on screen, the story becomes like exponentially more entertaining. Not to mention, she's not just crazy for the sake of being crazy. She's not just a manic pixie dream girl. She has a really, really fucking good backstory. The abuse of her father and the way she handles that and her relationship with Texas and Syracuse as a whole is so interesting and so well done. Like, her goals and her desires, even though she goes about it in the completely wrong way, are like low-key so understandable that you just kind of can't help but root for her. Number 6, Mostima. I like Mostima because I like the potential she has. She has an endless well of potential to be one of the most interesting characters Arknights has released. Honestly, on paper, she's kind of a cliche, okay? She can control time. She's all powerful. She's mysterious. She's a gotcha life OC, half angel, half demon. But in execution, they give her enough realistic flaws and setbacks where it's like she feels like a real person. I love the mysterious, more mischievous moments from Mostima that we get, but I also love even more the more soft moments we get, like her visiting Lemu in the hospital, her with Ægir's head on her lap. It's clear that she cares for the people around her, and she just can't really show it because of her circumstances. She's honestly, aside from being really cool, a really tragic character because of how she's been cast out from her home and her society, and I'm really, really hoping we get to see some cool things with her from here on out. Number 5, Texas the Almertosa. Now, this is the part where I'm gonna have to start specifying alters of characters because there are some characters where I prefer their alter to their base form, and I really like Texas's alter, but her base form is just kind of nah. But there's something about the mafia wolf girl in the suit that just it hits different. I won't pretend like Texas is some brilliant phenomena of a masterpiece of a character, okay? No, she's boring. She has the personality of a piece of cardboard. There are some nuances to her character, and I appreciate her character as being a good foil to Lappland, but overall, she's pretty much completely lacking in motivation. Like, you don't really understand why she does the things she does, but at the same time, that kind of adds to just the aura she has. Like, she's so mysterious, and she's so fucking cool, and I just want her to fuck me. Anyways, sorry. Texas is she's just really hot, okay? She's gonna be the only character on this list that I'm just putting here because she's just that fucking hot and that fucking cool, and I want her to step on me. Let her be the one pick here who's here for no other reason, simply that she is hot as fuck, and I fell for it. Okay? Number 4, Kal'tsit is such a good character. Immortal characters are so interesting. I find it so interesting to explore the idea of what it would be like to have to carry on pretty much eternally, making friendships, bonding with people, and then losing them, watching as your friends age and die, and eventually closing yourself off and being like, I don't need these friendships, these relationships. I know they're just gonna die. I know they're just gonna leave me. And Kal'tsit, she does that so well. We see firsthand her friendship with Theresa, how she finally meets someone who is long-lived and who might actually be around for a while and who she thinks she can start to rely on, only for that to be brutally ripped away from her. And for her to just still carry on despite that, for her to still keep walking forward on the path she's been walking this whole time for her mission, for her purpose. It gives me chills to think about the sadness and the grief that this character has endured, so completely, utterly alone, but still determined to keep moving onwards. It's so fucking cool. Kal'tsit is such a badass. Number 3, Vulpus Folia. I did not know the extent to which I could quickly fall in love with a character until Vulpus Folia came out. I saw the leaks of her 6 months earlier. I was like, I don't care. Suzerain's mom, yeah, that's cool. Who cares? But then she came out and I read her story and I was like, oh boy. Oh shit, she's cool. Oh fuck no, she's so cool. Like badass mafia mommy. I don't know what kind of heat tracking missile they put on Vulpus Folia to get her to burrow straight through my chest into my heart as fast as she did. But it was just like bam. And it is so cool to see a character with such and realistic and down-to-earth motivation. Vulpus Folia is just like, I fight for my fucking daughter. I am here for my daughter, for my family. I am going to fuck shit up until I get my daughter the justice she deserves. If she was any other character with any other motivation, I wouldn't like her because I would be like, this woman is fucking insane. But I completely understand. I am with you, girl. You get revenge for your daughter. You deserve it. Number 2, Spectre the Unchained. Now, I have to be specific and say Spectre the Unchained because I do not fuck with non-Spectre. But Spectre the Unchained, she's different. She's crazy. But she's crazy in this calm, elegant sort of way. And it's just so peak. She's also just such a unique character. Spectre, she seems sane. She's just kind of also really, really ruthless. She's a really interesting character. I can't fully get a grasp on who she is. She has to be traumatized, right? She has to be traumatized as fuck. She doesn't show it at all. And I find it so interesting. She's such an intriguing mystery of a character. She's kind of a representative as the Ægir of a whole. Like, you don't really know what they stand for, what they want. You just know that they're ruthless, they're cutthroat, they value art and beauty and innovation, and they want to destroy the Seaborn. And that is a simple motivation for Spectre, but it is effective. Number 1. My number 1 favorite character in Ark. And this is not a surprise to many people. It is Scotty. Specifically, Scotty the Corrupting Heart. Scotty the Corrupting Heart is the reason I started playing Arknights. I saw artwork of her and I was like, who is this goddess? The dichotomy of her beautiful, like, elegant dress and hair compared with just the absolute gore and terrifying eldritch sea monsters that she was paired with in art that I would see was so interesting to me. Scotty the Corrupting Heart is a terrifying character. She sparks so many questions, like, is this Seaborn Scotty? Does she actually love the Doctor? Or what? Does she have feelings? Does she have emotions? Why has she kept the Doctor alive for all this time? Is Scotty still there trying to keep the Doctor alive? Or is it kind of like Scotty the Corrupting Heart taken over, but has taken Scotty's love for the Doctor and corrupted it? Is that what the Corrupting Heart means? That the love she had for her comrades and for the people on Earth has been turned into this twisted, sick obsession? So Scotty the Corrupting Heart is a really good exploration of what it means to be human, what it means to lose your humanity, and like whether or not a monster can be a human or how human a monster can be. Just the idea of like an alternate timeline, an alternate reality character is really cool, and I wish Scotty the Corrupting Heart wasn't the only one, but at the same time, I'm really glad that we have her, and I think it's really necessary because it also helps with the Seaborn arc. It helps show us the stakes. It helps show us how important it is to keep Scotty in check, and how terrifying the Seaborn are, and how terrifying Ishar Mla is, because she just takes over the world. She just does it. I've rambled for too long. This recording is already like 30 minutes long. What can I say? I like Arknights. I like Arknights characters. I'm passionate about my favorite characters. I'm gonna have a whole lot of fun editing this down. I can already tell. But anyways, if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe and let me know what other sort of things you would like to see me talk about. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Cloudy out.